Alright, hello everyone. This is the instructional video on how to set up your work on a piece of notebook paper if you have been given a worksheet to do the problems from. Some of you may have already watched the instructional video on how to set up your work from a textbook, but I'm not going to assume everyone watched that, so I'm going to start right from scratch. The first thing that we need to do is we need to set up our header, and the first thing that you need in your header is your name. If you want credit for it, you got to tell me who did it. The second part of your header is going to be the name of the worksheet. Okay? And then you're going to state what problems you are assigned to do. You can say all 1 through 20 even, 1 through 20 odd, state the list of numbers that you were assigned, anything like that. Okay? Then we are going to skip a space, and we are going to start numbering the problems that are on the worksheet. So problem number 1, we're going to write the original problem from the worksheet. A lot of mistakes that happen because the problem was copied down wrong or you read the problem wrong. So this will help us see if that's one of the problems. Okay? From there you're going to show your work, and it's going to come down in a funnel-like pattern until you get to your answer down at the bottom. And down at the bottom you'll put a circle or a square or something around your answer to make it stand out. This way, when I ask for the answer, it's sitting there and it pops right out for you, and you don't have to go looking for it. All right? Over on the side, you can put your problem, second problem. Again, you'll set it up the same way. You'll put the original problem. And then you're going to show all your work that's going to come down in a funnel fashion. Okay? Now, maybe your answer stops up here a little higher. And that's okay, because when we go to work on a third problem, we're going to find the answer that comes down the lowest and skip a space from there. So we're going to skip this space and then start numbering our third problem and continuing in the same pattern. Okay. So let's take a look at what that would look like with a real worksheet and give a solid example for that. Okay, so my header is going to start with my name. Okay, and then this is the worksheet that I have, and it's called the 2-3 Review Worksheet Linear Equations. So that is exactly what I'm going to write up here. 2-3 Review Worksheet Linear equations. Now, when I start doing the work for this, you're not expected to know how to do this. This is just an example for formatting. Okay? I have to do numbers 1 through 10 even. Okay? So remember, this is where I could have written all 1 through 17 even. Well, I guess that would be 2 through 10 even. Alright, so 2 through 10 even. We wouldn't do number 1. Number 1's not even. But that's not the point. Alright, so the first problem we're going to do is number 2. So I skip a space from my header, and I put number 2, and I circle it. So the point of putting the problem number with a circle around it is so that we can easily find it. Now you'll notice that I'm writing in pen. That's for the color purposes to make it easily stand out to you. You never, ever, 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 ever do your math work in pen. You want to do it in pencil because you are going to need to erase. We don't want to see scratches and scribbles. That's not neat, organized, and easy to read. Okay? So problem number 2 is right here. It's 6/10 times x minus 2 equals 1/10 x plus 13. So I'm going to write that exact problem down first. I am not going to make any changes. Okay, I have my original problem. From there, we can go ahead and we can solve. And like I said, you're not necessarily going to know how to do this yet, and that's okay. What I want you to see is the format. So when we start doing our work, notice that our equal signs are going to line up. Okay? So this is going to be 0.5x. This is going to be 15. Okay. Here's my answer. I'm going to circle it, and then I'm going to move on to number 4 and continue in the same fashion. Let's say this is my longest problem. I will skip this space and start again with my third problem. All right. Now, some problems you might not be able to get to across a page, especially when we start doing scientific notation and it gets long. That's okay. You would just skip a space and start with your next problem. All right. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Okay, and this will be the format that I expect to see if you ever have to show your work on a separate piece of paper.